How you doing, everyone? It's Liam again, back with another video. It's on the M140 again. I've decided I'm going to tint my rear lights. As I mentioned in the previous video, my car is not the Shadow Edition, so that's one of the features I actually quite like on them, is the smoke tail lights. So I'm going to be doing that today. I'll just show you mine quickly as it stands. So currently mine are just normal red colour, nothing special about them, both sides. So I just want them to look a little bit darker, just a smoke tint I've got. I'll show you what you need. It's been laid out in the boot already. So I've gone for the Vivid Air Tint. I don't know if you can see that there. The smoke. And then we need, so there's a tint. I've probably gone overboard. I probably didn't need quite this much, but I've never done it before, so if I make any errors, I've got enough to do another one. And of course you'll be watching me do it. This will be the first time, so it could be quite embarrassing, but we'll see how we get on. You need a knife, cutting around the edges, alcohol wipe just to make sure there's no grease on the lights before I apply the tint. Just a card there, just helps you go around the edges. Little squeegee and some felt pads. I'm just going to use this on the light before I wipe it with alcohol as well, just to make sure there's definitely nothing, no bugs, no flies stuck to them. Bit of masking tape, cloth, and then a heat source. If I had one, I'd use a heat gun probably, but this should work just as well. It's quite a powerful air dryer, so that's all you really need. So I'll get some of the spray on. It's already fairly clean anyway, but you just need to make sure the area all around the light is fully clean before you put any of this tint on. I'm just going to get this alcohol pad now, quick rub down all over the light, and this will just get rid of any grease that might be on the light still, on both sides. As I've mentioned already, complete amateur at this. I've never done this before, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it'll go all right. And then you can take some little tips from this video. So when you've rubbed it down with the alcohol, just get a dry microfiber and just make sure it's ideally brand new or the freshly cleaned one. Just make sure it's bone dry, and then just give it a final rub down. And same for this side as well. Don't want any moisture on these. There we go. So next part of the prep work, we just need to mask up the area around the light there. It'll just prevent the tint from sticking to all the paintwork, and it just makes it more difficult for you. So I want to mask that up, both sides. There we go, guys, that's done. All around the edge. Don't have to be pretty, just cover the paintwork really, prevent your tint sticking to it all. I suppose the main bit with this part of the process is just making sure none of the masking tape is stuck to the actual light, as it'll get underneath the film and just bugger it all up for you really. Right, next bit, just going to measure my film, just to cover all the light. I'm going to start, because I've never done it before, I'm going to start with this little piece here, because it's quite flat. Alright, get my knife. Just going to make a rough measurement, just overlapping it a bit. Put a mark there, that's where I want to be. Just cut this one as well in half. I don't need all that, and I can use the rest for the other side. So I'll just give it a little. Sorry about that, I had a wasp chasing me. Yeah, so just fold this in half. So now we've got the other bit done. We'll just check, before we take any of the backing off, we'll just check that it definitely covers all the light. On here, I'm trying to do this while holding the camera as well. So as you can see, that fully covers that smaller light on the boot lid there. So now I've got plenty of material to play with, and then we'll get it on. So just before we do any of that, we need to get a felt pad on this squeegee here so it doesn't scratch it. Just got one of these, cut it in half, it's quite a small squeegee this. You could buy a proper squeegee, they're quite cheap off Amazon, but I haven't got one, so I'm going to put this one on. There we go, just like that. Nice felt pad, just to rub over the vinyl so it's not going to damage it. So from what I've seen online, I want to try and start with the flattest part of the light. And this one's pretty flat all over, to be honest, so it shouldn't be too bad, hopefully. Just going to take a straight edge off the vinyl. Leave half on, so I don't need to take it all off yet. And then I'm just going to get one like that there. Again. Start from the edge. Just work it over. All across that flat edge. Get your squeegee, and then we want to flatten it off. Start from the edge that way first. Lay the first bit on, just work it out. Work it all over there. If it sticks up here, let's peel it back a little bit and try just tucking that in all the way around. Now the trick is trying to get no air bubbles in there. Right, so you'll come to this point and you're getting a bit of gather in the material, it's all bunching up. So it's important just to get it as flat as you can up to this point, but you're not going to be able to get it perfectly flat anyway, it's just the way the material is. So we've done this bit now, I believe it's called laying glass. So Just bring the camera a bit closer for you. Yeah, so we've got this bit on. This is what we're like at the minute. And now it's sort of time for the heating part, so I'm going to start heating all this material that's sort of gathering around this end of the light. That end's fine. And then that'll shrink it into position and get all those sort of high spots and bubbles out, hopefully. You should be able to see now, this bottom bit is all nice and smooth. Still got some work to do in that corner there, but this corner, and this one's all done. So I'll crack on with that last little bit. That's all done now. It's all fully down. You can see. The next bit, what we want to try and do is just go around the whole edge with your squeegee tool and just push it right in. Push it right in. All around the edge. It's got the point of the squeegee there. Lift as you go around. If you lift the material off just around the edges, just make it easier. Push it in there. It'll stretch a bit less, and then just want to pull it off this light here a little bit. So it's stuck there. Just sort of push that in there. Again, right into the corners. There we go. It's all tucked in. Time for cutting. Alright, so when you're cutting, you want to make sure you've got a really sharp knife, for one, and you want to just follow the edge of the headlight. Obviously there's a panel gap there, so you shouldn't hit your paintwork. Run the knife around the edge of the light. You can of course tuck it round a little bit if you want to, however I don't really see the point. It's a very light smoke tint that I'm putting on here, and you won't see it. So I'm just going to go around the edge of the light now, pull off the excess, and that'll be that bit done. go. That one's all finished. Just need to trim the excess now. Pretty difficult actually, because there's quite a lot of lines and contours in this light. I've got a couple of little bubbles which I'm hoping will come out over time maybe, but I'll get it trimmed up, see what it looks like. Yeah, I'm not happy with that at all. Just left it for a bit and just the edges look terrible. I'll show you what I mean. So you can see there, it's all bunched up. And then around the bottom here. So, and I don't think it's the material, I think it's me. Because this side, this flatter surface is perfect. Nothing wrong with that at all. I think it's just my inexperience in dealing with these curves here and stretching the material. So I'm gonna have another go and see how we go with that one. Nearly there now. A bit more heating, a bit more stretching, and then we're there. Right, we're nearly done on this one. This one looking low better than the other side, a load better. I'll take this masking tape off and I'll show you. that side and that side. Just that bit I need to sort out, and that bit there. Right, and that's it everyone, all finished. Take you around to have a look. I think it looks miles better. Sort of a fake shadow edition if you like. Obviously I've had some problems with the other side, but I'm really happy with this side. No issues there whatsoever. That's the second light that I did. Not too bad for a second attempt. And then moving on to this side. It's still reasonable, but there's a few bits I need to sort out. I'm going to redo this bit. I've got a couple of creases which I can't seem to get out. I don't think I stretched it enough when I started off, to be fair. But this bit's fine. Nothing wrong with that bit. So yeah, if you've enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and I'll get more content loaded. Cheers.